you notice when you watch sports, if I don't know if you watch sports, I love to watch sports, but when they introduce the players, and they go at left halfback, number 25, Roger Simon. What is he doing? They have the head come up, right?
Yeah.
They never show him straight like this. They usually have him do this. You know, or some kind of movement. So sometimes, you know, just because you're doing a monologue or whatever, you don't just necessarily stand like this. You might start like this and find a way, you know, to do this. Remember that it's your whole body too. Here it's the close-up, so it's only this, but you can do a lot. Just the way you look. If the head is like this, that says it's something different than if the head is like this, you see? So you're always aware to a certain extent of what the picture is that you are making, rather than, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. That's up to the camera. No, you're the craftsman. They shoot what you give them. And directors are not coaches. They pay you for knowing what to do, and then they shoot it. Some of them are better than others at coaching. But generally, you bring the work, and then they shoot it and tell, that's good, now try this. But you have to bring something about the scene that you feel would be a good way to get into it or whatever. And that your body also, if it's more from here, it doesn't have to always be there. Maybe at a certain point, you know, you do this, or when you, at a certain point, you might come forward. How does that happen? Oh, I don't know, it just sort of happened. Well, sometimes it's true, it does, but you have to have an idea of what you're doing without it seeming imposed. That's the trick. But you have to remember, you're creating a picture for the camera. They don't coach you. It's not like coaching time. You bring it, and then they edit. If they're good at camera work, that's all you can expect. You can't expect them to be a coach. You pay for that coaching. Here, you're getting paid. So you've got to bring the work. Okay, here we go.
For frame. And let's see. Camera's speeding, sound is speeding. Marked.
And action.
You know, I was fine. It's already a book.
What, you didn't like it?
It reminded me of a lot of things. How I used to be romantic and now I'm not.
Well, that's the point. It's supposed to be a process to get you in touch with those feelings.
Well, what about if I don't want to get in touch with those feelings?
Then you're hiding something.
And cut. Nice work.
That was good.
You guys all prepared scenes or something.
Camera's rolling, sound speeding.
Stand by. And action.
Did you see it?
See what?
You tell me you didn't see that?
No, what?
It was right there. I mean, right there.
What? It wasn't an alien?
You didn't see it, so how can I tell you?
Oh, just tell me, my God.
I can't tell you if you didn't see it.
Oh, God. Are you playing with me?
And cut.
Maybe.
Okay.
They're going to make a movie out of these lines afterwards.
Nice job, man.
Just have to do it, yeah.
Stand by.
Can you close the door, please? Yeah. Camera speeds, sound speeds,
Rolling.
marked.
Action.
So what you're saying is you don't love me anymore?
I'm not saying that.
What do you mean? What are you not saying? You're leaving me. You're leaving the family. I don't know what you want me to do.
Maybe I have to now. Like, seriously.
You have to. You have to leave me, the baby. We literally... What do you want from me? What do I need to do? What do I have to do to keep you here?
And cut. Very nice. Sounds like a real great comedy. That's the other thing, you know, the best actors are the comedians. They are. Because they can do serious stuff and comedy. You know? Doesn't usually work the other way. So just being truthful is not enough sometimes. Find the jokes in what you think is serious. Get the irony. It's not, everything is not tragic. Find a little bit of humor in what you think is dark. It gives other colors.
Hey, Dan, can I stand over there and try it?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Just to get a different angle on things.
All right, camera speeds. Sound is speeding.
Action.
Where's Mom?
She's not home.
Where's Mom?
She's not home. I don't...
You know where Mom is. Where is Mom?
She's with Dan.
Where?
And cut. Nice work.
You guys read that together?
Oh yeah. You know, in classwork.
Okay.
Maybe take from your left. From your left. There's people on this side too.
This side too, of course.
I'm sorry.
Right. All right.
All right, let's get settled.
Settle down.
Quiet on set.
Stand by.
Hold for focus. Camera speeding. Sound speeds.
Action.
Now that's the first intelligent question you ask.
You know, I've been going to school that you sent me to one.
What do you think, I'm crazy or something?
Wait, what are you talking about?
You think you're fooling me? I know exactly what you're up to.
It's not what it looks like.
Oh, it's exactly what it looked like.
Oh yeah, so what does it look like, Mom?
You're a liar.
Liar.
Your teacher called me today. What did you think you were going to get away with it?
And cut. So here's my question. Are you a smoker?
I am not.
You're not.
No.
I could tell. See, if you're acting and you don't smoke, that's okay. But you have to work at it. And you can't just puff it out. You have to make like you're inhaling it in some way, because smokers don't just do that. Right? Okay?
Yeah.
And the camera picks that up, and so does the audience in theater easily.
She might be vaping. Maybe it's a different technique.
There you go.
Here we go.
Yeah.
But those kind of things are in film, particularly detailed stuff, physical stuff. It is very, very important because characters are made with physical stuff. So you really have to make that as close to you and real as you possibly can.
Camera speeds, sound speeds. Mark it.
And action.
I'm gonna catch with you guys later. Mom, what are you doing here? It's not what it looks like, I swear.
It is!
I swear. I'm just hanging with my
Your
boys.
brother died last year. I don't want to lose you too.
Look, that was Tony. Me and Tony are not the same.
Please.
I just want to live. I just want to live. I feel like you have me closed up in that house and I can't think.
And cut. Nice. You say you learned that one in 1 hour. That's all you need. So now, not just on camera, but I guess you could say in theater as well. If you feel that intensity, you feel that emotion like you felt, then you want to be careful that it doesn't all get on one level, usually, unless it's, you want to find a way to make it intense in a different way so it builds to something, you see. Yeah, so that you have different levels of intensity. Well, but I didn't feel it so, well, a lot of this acting is not just feeling, it's craft. It's knowing that you need different levels and you can't just, well, I felt that, I just yelled. Well, sometimes you need to change that a little bit just to get more effect and make it more dangerous. When it's low, it's more dangerous than when I'm full out, you see. Okay? We have time for just 2 more, I think, this gentleman, right? Yes, sir.
Get behind you.
All right, camera speeds. Sal is speeding.
Action.
So, what do you think you're doing?
I mean, when I lived with Miss Johnson before she died, I
What,
used to watch her husband.
what does it mean?
You know, I mean, he went to work at 6 a.m. 6:30, he's out the door. Not come back till 10:30.
So you think I don't work enough?
Didn't say that.
And cut. Very nice. I particularly like the way you were totally still and at peace before you started, and then you began. Do you know, there was a lot of concentration and really built from that. Nice.
Hold for focus. Camera is speeding. Sound speeds.
Action.
Wait, quiet. Sorry. Hold.
Quiet,
Hold.
please. Stand by.
Hold. Settle. Set.
Action.
So, is there something you want to say?
Is there something you want me to say?
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't have anything to say to you.
Really?
Really?
Huh. It was not what he done or said yesterday.
Oh, is it?
No?
Why don't you tell me what you guys say?
No. I don't think at this point there's much to say. If you think there's nothing to say from your side.
And cut. Lovely. And like all acting, you can't do enough listening to the other, not just the other person, but who you're talking to, but the other people that are in the room. They may not say anything, but they're part of the action. So you can't just, well, I'm only talking to this gentleman, so I'm only going to look at him. But if the scene has 4 or 5 people, you have a relationship with these people also. And so you need to take them in some way as well. Look, sorry to disappoint again in this 1 hour. But I didn't give you everything you needed to know.
So good.
But, you know, with all honesty and seriousness, I know you didn't expect that, at least I hope you didn't. It's a lifetime. I have now 3 feature films with major roles going around the country at different festivals. I'm very proud of each of them. One is by this gentleman here. And I have a couple of shorts with lead roles going around at different festivals. I don't know what's going to happen to any of those. The chances of them really winding up, everybody wants to know, when's it coming into the theater? You know, this is about business and promotions and everything else. These pictures are getting best feature, best screenplay, but it's a business and it has to do with how much money they can put into the promotion of it and push it and what have you. So I do this, frankly, because I can't do anything else. I have to do it. I love what I do. And teaching is an extremely important part of what I do. And I do what I do is do what I wanted to do when I was younger, and that was I wanted to study with, mostly with teachers that were also working professionally at the same time. I felt I would have more of a connection. So I try to be that. It's hard, because I have to balance with my students and my work and whatever. And when we do shows in our studio, I use all our students with our film projects. Danny chooses people from our studio for lots of the projects he does. We try to use all our students as much as we can. But the work is what it is. It's about what you love. It's never ending in terms of learning. And I know everyone goes, oh yes, yes, I know, you're right. But the fact is, ladies and gentlemen, it costs a lot to do that. And I'm not talking about the money. I'm talking about the time.
Yeah.
You have to be prepared to somehow, if you come to a place like New York, you have to have a lot behind you. I mean, you might be discovered just like that, but I don't like those odds.
Yeah.
Or I'll be the one that gets discovered at the bar. I don't like the odds. You're going to be discovered by finding young people, young filmmakers, young directors, young writers, young actors in studios who are also making their own plays and films, and they're the ones that are going to think of you for work. Not Steven Spielberg, not an agent or casting director who, frankly, without your resume being a huge resume, why would they cast you in a major role? Forget it. You're going to get it from people who are sitting next to you, who are tremendously talented. They will use you. I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you at our table.
Oh, for sure.
Thanks. Good stuff.